regulation and understand their significance in ensuring workplace safety. First, citation and commencement, Regulation 1. The context of this, introduce the regulation official name and effective date. The importance of this, establish a clear reference point for the consistency in communication and application across workplace. For example, when discussing or enforcing their regulations, everyone knows precisely which standard are being referred to. The second is interpretation, Regulation 2. The context of this defines terms used throughout the regulation. The importance of this, clarity prevents misunderstanding, ensuring effective communication among employer, employees and regulator. For example, defines terms like airborne concentration or threshold limit value to ensure a common understanding of hazardous exposure. Number 3 is duty of employer and self-employed Regulation 4. The context is employer and self-employed individuals play a pivotal role in ensuring workplace safety. The importance of this regulation, first, risk assessment is employer must assess chemical risk to identify hazard and guide prevent measures. And second, control measure, employer implement control, ventilation, PPE and etc. to minimize exposure. Health surveillance, regular health checks monitor workers and well-being. For example, employer must conduct risk assessment to identify and mitigate.
By me, I'm Yoglishmi. Okay, the first point is the Register of Chemical Hazard or Health Regulation. Contact, identifying hazardous chemical is fundamental for ensuring workplace safety. Important of this point is awareness. Employees maintain a register listing hazardous substance present in the workplace. And next is risk assessment. The register informs risk assessment, aiding the identification of potential hazard. And then emergency preparedness. Okay. In case of spills or accidents, a responder can quickly identify the chemical involved, facilitating the promote and appropriate action. And next, permissible exposure limit. Context, PEL defines safe exposure level to hazardous chemical. Importance are shielding limit, protect against the acute exposure by examining maximum allowable concentration for short-term exposure. And next is 8-hour time wait average. Ensure long-term exposure within the safe limit by averaging exposure over an 8-hour period. The next is a respirator use. Specific conditions for using a respirator to meet PEL, ensuring that workers are adequately protected when exposure cannot be eliminated through other control measures. And the example or scenario is the first scenario. A chemical spill occur in the workplace. The register of the chemicals hazard to health enable quick identification of the spilled substance, facilitating the implementation of appropriate containment and cleanup measures. And the second scenario is during routine operations, workers are exposed to the hazardous chemical. The permissible exposure limit serves as a guideline to ensure that exposure levels remain within safe limits, protecting workers from adverse health effect. The last of my presentation is a conclusion. The register of chemicals hazardous to health and permissible expose limit are essential component of the usage regulation, contributing to workplace and safety. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sharmin here. Today I'm going to elaborate about why the accident or incident happens regularly based on the articles above. The first article refers to the incident, which is the chemical spill, which is happened at SMK Nurul Islam, which is at Air Hitam Kubang Pasu. This is why because there are barrels of expired sulfuric acid broke during the transfer by quality alam sendirian berhad workers. So this also can impact about the 61 students which are in age group of 14 to 17 age with inhale the gas have the symptoms, which is sore throat and the nose. So they were bring to the hospital to give good medication. The incident was the stealing gas spill at petrochemicals Sdn Bhd plant in Pasir Gudang. This is because the ruptured tank containing stearin and releasing the vapors. So from this, the impact is so far here, no injuries happen because the environment is still under control and still maintain the process. So from here, there I can see this kind of accident or incident was happened because of the carelessness that have been done in their workplace, at the same time at the school also. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Good day everyone. Based on the incidents described in the articles, the management of the organization involved should assess the risk of chemical accidents by adhering to relevant acts and regulations such as occupational safety and health regulation and environmental protections law. Here's how they might approach risk assessment and implement control measures. Firstly, by risk assessment, identify hazardous substances present in the workplace, such as sulfuric acid and styrene. Also, accidents occurring, taking into account factors such as handling procedure, storage condition, and equipment maintenance. Determine the potential consequences of accidents, including human health impact, environmental contamination, and property damage. Secondly, control measures. There are 4 types of control, and firstly, it will be engineering controls, which should be implement engineering solution to minimize the risk of chemical spills, such as proper storage facilities with secondary contaminant systems. Also, leak detection alarms and ventilation system to control vapor emission. Next, administrative control, which will be establish clear standard operating procedures. It's known as SOPs for handling hazardous substance, including protocol for storage, transportation, and third will be emergency response plan, which will be developed annually. Review an emergency response plan outlining procedures for responding to chemical spills or accidents. This should include protocols for evaluating personnel containing spills, notifying emergency service, and providing medical treatment to affected individuals. Last but not least, the regular inspection and maintenance, which will be conduct routine inspection of equipment, storage facilities, and safety systems to identify, address potential hazards or defenses, regular maintenance and testing of equipment to ensure it operates effectively in preventing accidents. By following these measures in accordance with acts and regulation, the management can minimize the risk of chemical accidents and ensure the safety of employees, the community, and the environment.
Hi everyone, my name is Gayatri Lechumanan here. So here I would like to thank Madam Rini to help us through this report for finished up, which help us to referring the articles, check the articles either we was choosing the articles was right or not, and give some of the advice to the way that make more easier to finish up our report as well. So thank you so much, madam. And here we were seeing 6 sections that have been in our report, and then the explanation about the two accidents or incidents happened in the work industry in Malaysia, and the control method that can be applied in their industry to make a better futures, or like make a not repeat the same mistake again. So here I would like to explain more detailedly about the two preparation earlier that can be applied in every kind of industry to prevent this kind of problems all. So here, the two type of early preparation that can make in every kind of industry to prevent this kind of problem is that first is the regular safety briefings and or regular checkups in every kind of industry as well. Why I'm mentioning this type of preparation is because of every employee should be work in a safe mode and with the safety proper equipment as well. So as a workplace safety auditor or like a person who was in charge over there should be check up every kind of products or every kind of elements would be labeling enough with the a set of rules that was set in work safety workplace, and then like for example have a regular meetings about any kind of problems that happen in a workplace. The second preparation that can be given is that like encourage every employee who was work in the workplace to spot the hazards in their workplace. Why I'm mentioning these sentences is because of employees should have the guts feelings to open up their communication with the every kind of employer to say about either they working a safety or not, either they working in a workplace with which make them to more comfortable or not, like saying giving the recommendation to the employer, so make a proper rules or like make a proper like safe enough to make their work more easily, or like the workplace that they work feel more safe enough. So every employee should be play a part of this role, and they should be give a proper communication through the employer or the work safety officer over there, so to prevent this kind of problems as well. So that's all from me. Thank you.